Oh no! I've been trying so hard to understand my genre. What should I do? It's so frustrating. Hello, Coach Precious. I've got a problem. Relax. I know the problem and I've got you covered. Understanding your genre in writing is another vital key to success. If you get it wrong, it may cost you a lot. But if you get it right, your readers will be pleased. In this video, I will walk through some of the book genres and how to identify them. Don't skip any part of this video. Hello, my name is Precious Osikha. I write, edit, publish, teach you how to write and get paid. I create amazing videos and voiceovers. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you very much for coming back all the time to watch my videos. If you are new to my channel, a big welcome to you. Please do well to subscribe and of course, leave a comment for me. Now let's get started to today's video and topic. Genre. Okay, you may have heard about genre, but you don't know what it means. You don't know what it's all about. So simply put, a genre is a style or category of art, of music, of literature. Okay, it's just a category of any of these things. However, our focus is on literature, and in that literature, our main focus is on fiction. Okay, it's very important for you to know your genre as a writer, yes, because it's going to help you know how to write better. It will help you to put your work to suit that particular category of art. Okay, now there are different genres, okay, and we are going to look at these different types in this video. So now before we go further, let's look at the major genres of literature itself. We have poetry, we have prose, and we have drama. Okay, these are the three major, I use the word major, of literature. But like I said, today's focus is on fiction. And then if we are looking at this fiction, we are focusing on prose. Okay, we are focusing on prose. Yes, because prose can be fiction, it can be non-fiction, but we are looking at the fiction aspect of prose. I hope this is clear enough. Okay, now, how do you know your genre? Since we have said we are focusing on this aspect known as fiction, now how do you know your genre in this particular field? Okay, the first thing is you need to look at what you like reading often. So, what kind of books do you like reading? I'm going to add something here. Movies too can also help. So, you also need to know what kind of movies you also love watching. Okay, so what books do you like reading? Ask yourself, do you enjoy more of fantasy stories? Do you enjoy historical books? Do you enjoy romance books? So you have to look at it very well. That can determine, that can be something you want to do when it comes to writing, since that is what you read all the time. The number two, look at your interest and what you talk about often. Okay, like I said, you can include movies. It's very possible that when it comes to movies, you like anything that has to do with maybe office romance, a rom-com, a tragedy, mystery, thriller. Just look at it, okay? It's very possible that that's your area, that's your interest, and you might be very good when you want to write something in that regards. Okay, another thing you can do is maybe the book aspect is not working. Maybe what you love reading is different from what you might be able to write. So what you can do is you can rewrite the first chapter, okay, in the genres of the books you love to read. You see why reading is very important when it comes to writing. You can't be a writer and you do not read books. They do not. I don't know how you're going to do that. As a writer, you must be a lover of books. So those books you've read that you really, really love in those genres, try to rewrite them to see if you have interest in any of them when it comes to writing. Now, this is one of the things I did at a point to really know my area of strength and weakness. Because at some point, I could write everything. Okay, I have interest in almost everything. I am just somebody who have interest in almost everything, but then I can be everywhere, right? So I needed to know my strength and my weakness, so I needed to place them in a hierarchy, and that's one of the things I did. I started rewriting some of the first chapters of the book I love, and then another thing I did was I went back to watch some of these movies, okay, that I really love, and then I had to put them into stories this time around, just short stories. While some I had to make them into short plays to see the one that I actually really love when it comes to writing. Okay, and then I realized that I really, really, really like historical fiction. I love historical fiction, especially historical romance fiction. I really love it very much, and I also love fantasy. So I realized that no, that is not to say I don't love the others or I don't write them. Of course, I write them because at least the nature of my job, has pushed me to really write in other genres. But what I'm saying is, I love these two more if I am to place them, of course, maybe in terms of preference. Okay, so that's that. Now, the next one is what do you enjoy writing? Are you a plotter or are you a pan star? So you see, in this aspect, you really need to know which one of them are you. Are you a plotter or a pan star? This will also maybe help us to trace the area you would really, really love to write about. Now, I'm going to explain something here. The plotter, okay, is that person who likes to always arrange his or her stories in or outline them before going ahead to write. They just have to outline first. They have to put something down. They don't just write as it comes. Why the pen star is more of okay, the freestyle person. I'm just going to write anything that comes to head. There's no time to outline or arrange or do this and all of that. So if you are one of these, now look at something clearly. Yeah. Now, if you, for instance, you are somebody who likes maybe plotting your story, you have a way of arranging them. I believe it's most likely that you are going to be good in the area of mystery. Okay, that's one of the things I would say, although I am not saying it's final, of course, it's not final, but it's something you can look out for. It's very possible you may be very, very good with mystery stories, okay, maybe with a touch of thriller, even with a touch of crime thriller and all of that. All right, so you can look at that very, very well. The other thing you need to look out for is ask yourself certain questions to also determine the area you would also love to write. Now, do you really love anything that has to do with romancing, sexual tension? Okay, do you really love that? Now, if you do, then it means you're going to the area of romance or maybe erotic, depending on the level and the degree of it. Okay, also look at yourself. Do you really love anything that has to do with mystery? Okay, maybe writing mystery things in regards to mystery, then it's very possible that you could go to the crime thriller aspect. Then ask yourself, do you really like anything that is scary? Then it's possible you belong to the horror genre. Then ask yourself, do you really love anything that has to do with laughter? You just want to laugh. And even when it comes to books, it's all about laughter. Even if you want to write anything, you find yourself just writing funny things, then it's very possible that you are going to comedy. So you need to check out all of these things. Okay. Now, look at your tone. Okay, so how do you frequently write? Like, how do you present your work to your readers? So if almost all the time whatever you write is always melancholic, it's sad, it's depressing, then it's very possible that you might be good in writing anything that also has to do with horror, maybe it has to do with tragedy. So you look at all of these things. Okay, then you also need to define your story go. So let us say you are writing a story, maybe something comes to head and you want to write about a protagonist, okay, whose goal maybe is to go in search of something. You want that protagonist to go and look for something, maybe a treasure from another planet entirely. Okay, then it's possible that you are heading towards fantasy or even sci-fi, just depends, or even adventure. Okay, so look at all of these things, they would also help you. Or maybe it's possible that something happened to a character in your story, maybe the person didn't wake up the next morning mysteriously and all, and you want it to look as though you want to solve a puzzle. It's very possible that you are going towards a crime thriller. Okay. Now, look at your characters. Okay, look at them to see if they fit, okay, into maybe the story, and also the whole genre that covers that particular story itself. All right, so I'm going to give you an example here. So let's say your main character has supernatural powers. Okay, you want that character to have supernatural powers. Maybe the character is someone that can heal. Okay, somebody that can heal in a certain country, and maybe they find those kind of people weird and different. Maybe in that country there's nothing like supernatural powers. Then it's very possible that you are also heading towards the fantasy area. Okay, it could be contemporary fantasy. Okay, so these are the things you just check out for, and it's also going to help you. So let's look at some of those genres so that when you see them, maybe in books or in movies, you will be able to identify them. So the first one is action and adventure. Okay, they well, some scholars, they do divide these two. Okay, they don't put them together, why some put them hand in hand, but I just added them together. Okay, now in this aspect, it's obvious. Okay, adventure action is obvious that your character, whatever, is trying to overcome certain obstacles to reach a goal. Okay, so if you see something like this, then it's very possible it is under adventure. An example that I gave here is the military genre. Okay, usually involving stories of battle. Okay, and all of that. So you can see it on the screen. Permit me, I don't want to say certain words because of the rules of engagement and community guidelines, please. Thank you. Okay, so you can see that on the screen. Okay, now the next one is comedy. Okay, so of course, comedy is to make you laugh. Not you anyway, your readers. So you want to make your readers laugh, right? So if you see anything like this and it's already making you laugh, or you feel you want to make your readers laugh, okay, then you know you're going towards comedy. So we have rom-com, okay, and that is romantic comedies. Okay, romantic comedies. This one is fantasy. Of course, anything you see that has to do with magic spells, mystical creatures, oh no, dragons and the rest of them. Well, we are looking at fantasy already, and then we have different types under it. Okay, we have historical fantasy. I just included fairy tales here. Now, some scholars, they separate the two of them. This whole thing is really, really broad, and as we go on, I'm going to keep making more videos to break down some of those genres in different videos because they're really, really in depth. All right, so we have horror. Okay, now of course, horror is to scare your audience, and even you, if you're reading a book or you're watching a movie that is okay, that is like this, that is going to scare you, you know that it's under the horror category. Okay, we have ghost stories, those ghost stories. So all of this falls under that. Now we have sci-fi. Okay, this whole thing involves the use of science. Okay, scientific concepts to explain the world, the universe. We have time travels, we have space opera. Yeah, right, I even gave an example like Star Wars. Okay, Now we have romance, of course, the love aspect, focusing on people who are in a relationship. And this is very large too because we have contemporary romance, we have historical romance, and all of that. Okay, now we have the aspect of crime where investigation and all of that. You can see it on the screen, right? And of course, a good example here is detective story, mystery, and you have it. Okay, so I hope you understand, okay, those genres already, and I hope you'll be able to identify them, and at least after watching this video you would sit back and of course begin to brainstorm, try out those examples I gave, and trust me, you are going to find answers. So let me know in the comment section your genre, if you already know your genre, and of course if you have discovered yours maybe after watching this video, please drop a comment for me. So I really need to see how far you've gone. I want to be a part of your journey as a writer. I want to be a part of your success stories. Thank you very much for watching this video, and of course you can watch other videos on this channel. Please do well to subscribe, and of course invite your friends to subscribe and watch the videos. Thank you.